I'm Tia Borden with MiningIR. Beside me in the hot seat is John from Jaxon Mining. John, thank you so much for joining me today.
I'm glad to be here.
I would love if you could tell us a little bit about the company, where you're located, and some of the current projects that you're working on.
All right. So Jaxon is a company with a big land holding north of Smithers, BC. We call it the Hazelton property. We've identified 7 porphyry systems on that one property. We have selected 2 for definitive drill tests in the next year or 2, and these are very special prizes.
I can imagine. Now, what is BC like as a mining jurisdiction?
Well, BC is renowned for being a good jurisdiction for mining because it's so well endowed and it has so many different enterprises that pursue mining objectives. The politics have changed. The present administration is very pro-mining, I would say. The party itself that they represent may have not been pro-mining in the past, but I think they've matured and gotten much more with it, so to speak, and they're doing a pretty good job.
Can you tell us a little bit more about your flagship projects?
Our flagship projects are 2 porphyry projects. One we call Netalzul Mt, and the second we call Red Springs. We've ranked them in comparison to all other porphyries in the world using an analytical process, and we've chosen to drill Netalzul Mt as our first test.
Can you share a little bit about your team and what success they bring to the company?
Well, we have a diverse team. Tony Guo is our chief basically scientist, but he's a geologist by training. But we have a lot of advisors. We have Greg Hall, who's the former head of exploration in Placer Dome. We have Russell Mason, who's a famous structural geologist, and we're all students of Scott Haley, who's the father of applied geochemistry, and we are rigorous geochemists.
Now, are you planning to return to the capital markets in the near term?
We will, because as a junior company, you're always dependent on the markets. These drill programs are each going to involve 13 to 1,500 meters in 3 or 4 specific operations, and they're very expensive. So we will be back to the markets, and we're not going to drill until we have the money to drill these out properly.
Smart. Now, can you tell us a little bit about what differentiates you from other junior mining companies?
I don't think many junior mining companies in the world have the geology that we have, and haven't really approached their task with the systematic application of all the disciplines to the exploration process. I mean, we set out with the objective of discovering these porphyries as systems using geophysics and geochemistry. We've discovered them. We believe we'll be able to prove that these exist as major potential commercial resources, drilling fewer holes than anyone would have ever thought we could. So it's a very economic process. Let's say we'll discover both these with 10 holes.
Now, before I let you go, is there anything else that you'd like to share with our investors? Perhaps where they can find more information?
Well, our website is up to date. It's a very technical website. There's a lot of information that is really focused on geologists, because we're trying to attract support from major partners in this and give them all the information to make their decisions. We have overspent our budget being so rigorous. So I think that information is complete, and anyone who has more questions or wants a simpler explanation of the opportunities, they can just give us a ring on the phone.
Wonderful. John, President and CEO of Jaxon Mining, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.